Welcome to another informational video where I'll be going over this time 5 things you should be doing in this 8th anniversary campaign. I wanted to make this video earlier in the month, but me being me, I got a little sidetracked, and well, now today it's the 22nd and the event should be ending in 8 days, but better late than never, so here is the video. Again, I'll be going over 5 things I think should be prioritized over the many other functions in this game, as there's a lot to do, especially if you're new and you don't know where to start. But if you're also a veteran that's come back to play the game, you're a seasonal player, and you as well are just equally as lost because there's just so much to do. Well, here I will pin down 5 things you should be focusing on before the campaign ends. So let's go over that quickly, because last time I ended up dragging the video, but this time let's try and keep it short. Let's start off with the event story. This event story will expire in 2 days time, so in case you haven't done it already, I advise you to do so now, because once this event is over, we have no clue of when this event will rerun, and some prospect into thinking when this event will rerun. For example, we have had the 7th anniversary event last year, which ended on March, and it came back maybe, was it the end of, no, sorry, this was the 6th anniversary, and the event only came out last year towards maybe a couple months after the end of the 7th anniversary, and you can just tell from that when this event of the 8th anniversary will rerun. So it's gonna be a long while, so if in case you haven't done it already, do it now. We have 2 days, and the reason being is because once you complete all 12 chapters, including the ending, you'll have a chance to obtain a dark opus weapon, which is one of these. What this weapon is it's sort of an endgame kind of weapon you can obtain that even for veteran players is hard to get. So, and by just completing this event alone, you get 1 free weapon of these of your choice using this material, which I think you can obtain from clearing the end of the second act. The second act, yes. So if you clear the end of the second act, you'll be able to obtain any one of these of your choice. I'm holding on to mine for now, because so long as you still have this item, it'll still be available in the store for as long as need be. Which is why, if you haven't cleared the story yet, and you think, oh, I should claim my weapon now, then there's no need. Just make sure you get this exclusive item, and you can hold on to it for as long as need be. So that is what you get at the end of the second act, which would be this is the first act. This is the second, A Glimpse of the Future. So make sure to clear that, and by clearing the third act, which is The World's Answer, you'll be able to get the material needed to uncap this weapon to its maximum potential. So by clearing half of the event alone, you only get the 3-star uncap of this weapon. But if you want to unlock its full potential, just complete the whole story anyway, because it's not that hard to do. It's a good story as well, but if you're running out of time, you can just skip ahead to the end, and it's as simple as that. You'll get the material you needed. But yeah, if you want to unlock the full potential of it, you can get materials, a material set that you can use to uncap this all the way till the end, and even that alone is a hard feat in itself. So make sure to clear this event. So if you're a new player, even a veteran player, for anyone that hasn't even unlocked all of their opuses, then this is the event for you. Make sure you complete it by the end of this period, which is 2 more days, and good luck. Another thing with this event is to make sure you clear these two bonus stories, which gives you a little material that you'll be able to use to uncap these 2 characters, which is going to be SR Lyria and SSR Zoe, which is her light version if you have her. But if you don't have her, just make sure to get it anyway. It's not that hard to do. It's just a simple bonus story But with Lyria, if you haven't got her already, you can get her from a side story that I will show you later in this video. Another thing to note is the token boxes, or not the token boxes itself, but the honor points. At around the 10 million mark, you'll get a Damascus Gindit. It's a rare item that, for players that are interested in building primal grids in the future, it's best to hold on to these. Even if you're new, you don't know what these do exactly, just make sure if you're able to get 10 million honors, get this item. It's necessary for you in the future if you want to build primal. At the time of you watching this video, and it's already past the 24th and you missed out on the event, it is unfortunate, but like I said in the beginning, the event is likely to rerun. You just have to be really patient with it, and well, most of these things you can just get through other means, like the Opus weapon. You can just farm that by yourself on your own through the traditional method. But to claim this free weapon, you're gonna have to wait till the end of till the next rerun. So do keep this event in mind for the future when one trying to unlock all the Opuses. That's it for the first thing you should be doing. The second would be to farm the Shiny Slime special quest, which can be located here. This quest, for the duration of the celebration period, players will receive 8 times the EXP and rank points. The AP required to start the quest is also halved, so you can perform the quest twice for the price of 1. So make sure to exploit this as much as possible. This is what players would call Slimeblasting, where you repeatedly farm this quest and able to get to gain EXP fast. So 2 tips to help maximize your EXP gains is by activating the Journey Drop shop skill, which is found here. Also during this current promotion, if you activate this shop skill, you can gain EXP by up to 50%. So that's one way to boost your EXP or to maximize it. Another way is to, let me just go back straight to this. So on top of the 50% boost through the Journey Drop skill, you can also get a friend summon that has the Kagura summon, which when you read here, it gives a 30% boost to item drop rate and EXP. So this is 30%. This is a 30% boost to EXP on top of the Journey Drop 50%. So use these two combined when doing this quest, so you can maximize the full EXP exploitation. So the next thing you should be focusing on are low-level raids and quests. Most of these quests, such as the low-level Magna raids, are even free to play at this time without using AP. So be sure to complete your daily 3 attempts per raid, as it will give you mats necessary for early game progression, and it will give you renowned pendants that you can use in the pendant shop. As much as against what people believe, like new players, they'd probably think to skip these kind of quests, but please don't, since these quests, as meaningless as they seem, do drop mats necessary to even start the next quest, like these ones, which these ones are more important to run, especially in the early game, where it will drop weapons necessary to even start your first grid. So things like this, or even these weapons. So and in order to perform these quests, you need materials that you need from these, so make sure not to skip out on them. Even with that, even if you don't need to perform these quests anymore, these quests are still vital for you to farm your renowned pendants if you have no other source or no other way to get those. So yeah, definitely necessary to perform, especially now that it requires literally nothing to start. So prioritize these every day for the duration of the period, and moving forward also focus on these even without the promotion. So these quests, early game progression, will get you a head start. The next thing you should be focusing on are the side story quests, which you can find these under gameplay extras, side stories. And what these are basically past event stories that have now been permanently available from now on, and you can get the treasures or rewards that these event quests had at that time always available to you whenever you are able to complete these stories. So they include exclusive stories like the Code Geass collab, as well as the Princess Connect Redive. What else do we have here? The Love Live collabs, stuff like that. Yeah, during this campaign, these stories can be run at half AP, so make sure to do whatever you can whenever you can, because as well as these events being half AP to run, or these quests are half AP, the treasure is also half. So by treasure you have things like EX modifier kind of weapons that you can use that are pretty decent to chuck in your grids if you're still starting out and you need some filler weapon to start off your grid. These are decent. You also have in each story event these half elixirs, which you can use to restore your AP when you need more AP to farm a certain event for example. There's also another one which isn't here because I already collected it, but you also get draw tickets from each of these, and that's a lot if you look at it from a general perspective. How many pages worth of side quests do we have here? And each of them will give you 3 if you are able to farm the materials necessary to get the treasures. That's a lot of draw tickets and crystals when you complete the actual story, so farm that when you have time. But in terms of priority, make sure to complete the actual event story first before you move on to side stories as a source of crystals and draw tickets. So but yeah, definitely side stories, that's the 4th thing you should prioritize, since you won't have to farm as much during this time for the treasures in each of these side stories, so focus on that as well. The last thing I want to mention is the Arcarum badges, which the daily drop or the daily tickets are doubled. These tickets, I don't use them at the moment because I'm kind of casual, so I'm not really doing my Arcarum daily runs at the moment, but for you, if you're new, you definitely should. Reason being is Arcarum is a little separate game mode where you can collect materials necessary to unlock powerful exclusive characters that aren't available anywhere else. Players normally only receive 1 ticket a day and are locked to progress any further due to a shortage of tickets, so it is advised to unlock this game mode as soon as you can. I'm not sure what quest was it where you can unlock this quest, but yeah, there's a prerequisite quest that you must do first in order to unlock this game mode, but once you do that, just hop on it right away, because these Arcarum badges will start stacking on day 1, and you want to make sure these are never like maxed out, because every day that passes and these tickets are always maxed out, you're missing out on a ticket right there. And with this event being really time gated, a lot of players will find themselves frustrated that they're only like maybe 1 ticket short of being able to finally unlock the character that they're after. So just a pro tip, make sure you do these every day, even if you have no idea why you're doing it for some reason, but later on in the future you're gonna thank me for it later, because you're probably gonna go after evokers, evokers being the exclusive characters that I mentioned later in the future. But yeah, definitely easy. Even if you don't really want to perform the quest, you can perform a fast quest just like that, just to use a ticket. Yeah, so long as you just do it. It's not advised to do fast expeditions, since you do miss out on certain materials, but if you really need to, go for it. And yeah, just make sure to hop on it right away, in case you might regret it in the future. So that concludes this video covering 5 things you should be focusing on in the 8th anniversary campaign. I might go over another video talking about things necessary beginner players should be focusing on in a general sense, not campaign exclusive. I did plan on making this like months ago, but I never got to it. I thought, you know, there's still things that I wanted to learn, wanted to find out before I make a video something like that. That I just want to be well versed in the game before I advise new players on what to do in the early game. So I think it's about time now. I've already gone through much of what the early stages of this game provide. So be sure to expect another video like that or like this, catered to beginning players. So stay tuned. I will see you in the next one.